Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So ignore the fact that I'm wearing the same outfit in a bunch of videos, but I only have today to film, so I'm kind of just grouping them all together. So today is another Test It Tuesday, and I'm going to be testing out the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. This is a highlight and bronzer palette, so if you want to see how this works, then just keep watching. Okay, so this is the Park Avenue Princess powder palette, bronze and contour palette. This is what it looks. Oh, I just jabbed in it. So this is what it looks like. I did go ahead and use the powders, which I just used the two highlighting powders together, and I went ahead and did that already, which I'll show you the clip of me doing it here. But I did that because, like I said, I only have today to film videos, so I am doing them back to back, so my under eyes were getting creased because I hadn't put powder on them. So I did go ahead and do that. They do feel super soft, which they are super creamy, and they do feel really nice on the skin. Up close, it does not look really cakey. I did just put it where I normally put concealer, which is under the eyes, on my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin. So far, it looks really nice. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face real quick, and then we will try the bronzers in this palette. Okay, so I just went ahead and used my CYO, what is it called? Fixing powder. So I just went ahead and used that to set all over my face. I realize I'm kind of jumping through this, so let me go back to this. So this palette comes with 2 highlight shades and then 4 contour or bronzer, depending on your skin tone. For me, I would say this is more like 1 contour and a couple of bronzer shades. So that's what they all look like. This does retail for $46. I did get mine on sale, so I got it for $36, but it does retail for $46, which is kind of expensive, but kind of not, because I think this is about the same price range as the Kat Von D, which the Kat Von D has less shades than this. It has 1 more highlighting shade and 1 less contour shade, so depending on what your preference is. For my skin tone, I think both of these highlighting shades work really well. So we're gonna go ahead and test out the bronzing shades. So I think I'm gonna use the shade Angle, which is actually the second to the end. It's not, I think the other colors are darker, so I don't think they're really in a good order as far as light to dark, but where are the... That's a really pretty color for my skin tone. One thing I'm noticing with this powder is be very careful, because I have a tendency to like put it in and then just kind of like hit first. And when you do that, I really don't want to do it again, but I'm going to. Oh, now it's not going to do it. But it kind of like just like puts the product there, and then you really have to get it to buff out. So just be careful and go with a light hand. Don't be crazy like I am. Alright, so I feel pretty bronzed. I don't typically contour, but for this I will. So I'm going to use the shade Carrot. It is pretty gray toned, which is good for contouring for me. And then I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. It's a buffing brush, but I'm going to use it for contour. And then I'm just going to use the same brush I used for bronzing to kind of buff it out a little bit. So I don't want it too harsh. And then I'm going to go in with the Moda Pro Chisel brush, and I'm just going to use the second shade called Embrace, which is the more yellow toned highlighter, just to carve this out a little bit and clean it up. So I know this is a weird video because I'm not going to finish my face. This is all I'm going to do for this video, but like I said twice now, I only have today to film, so I am doing multiple videos back to back, so that's why I'm not finishing my face. But my overall thoughts on this palette is it's really nice. The product itself, the powders, are extremely creamy, and they're very nicely pigmented, and when I was blending it on my cheeks, there weren't any like patches. It was nice. It blended out really nicely. And like I said, if I didn't tap off the product and I just went straight on, it would put a lot of product there, but it still would blend out. I would have to use a more dense brush like this versus this to actually get it to buff out, but it still would. So I think they're very nice. I think the colors are nice, at least for my skin tone. They're not too orangey warm, which I personally like because for me that just looks dirty. So I think at least for my skin tone that's really nice. This deeper one would probably be nice for a deeper than me skin tone. I don't think these would really work for too deep of skin tone, but maybe light to medium or fair to medium. But that's all I have for this video, so thank you for watching and I will see you in my next one.